Look at Gala, all grown up in the opening screen. That's nice. Oh, someone's invited. Let's check that out.
I have prevailed. I have prevailed. I have prevailed.
Victory looks good on me.
I have prevailed.
Oh, the last dungeon gifts. That's sad. Anyway.
have prevailed.
Okay. Oh, only 7 more. Actually, maybe I'll do this first. The Dungeon Feast. Let's see, did I buy all of the... No, I did not, so... That's something I want to do. Okay, new map.
I have prevailed.
I'm not sure why I placed Walker like that, because that's a bit awkward. I think maybe like this would be more sensible.
Stitchy will protect us. Yay, Stitchy! We won!
I have prevailed. May the spirits guide your path. I have prevailed.
Anyway, check out. I think that's a new event. Oh no, I guess not. Oh, that does seem to be new.
I have prevailed. I have prevailed.
Yeah, that's new. Stardust Souffle. That's one way to think about it. Victory roast. This barbecue is prepared for the winners. For winners, where every bite tastes like victory. Oh, nutritious and delicious. Nice combination. Luminous frap. Note, it glows due to magic powder, not radiation. Delicious. Don't waste ingredients. Oh. Survivor's ration. These professional grade rations are the lifeline for survivors in the wilderness. Oh, hello there, Stone Cold. Oh shit, Furious Extraction gains an extra 5% life drain to an allied unit's attack if it's a critical hit. Epic.
I have prevailed.
I'm doing pretty fine, I think. I still have a bit of a cold. I think it's more or less under control. And I do feel a little bad about missing an appointment earlier today, because when I was getting ready to leave, I couldn't find my headphones, and I did not want to go out without them, so I ended up cancelling so I could continue searching for them, and that felt kind of bad, even though it was an appointment I was kind of dreading to begin with. So part of me did want to not go, but it also doesn't feel that good to not manage it. Yes, I have a lot of issues with anxiety, and part of that makes me very is that it makes me very avoidant. So if I keep being avoidant, it's like another manifestation of my anxiety, and
I have prevailed.
well, it's a bit ironic, I guess, because I was going to talk to this lady who's supposed to help me with my anxiety, and in a way I don't feel like she can help me, but at the same time it doesn't help to avoid going to my appointment either. So it's a bit of a mindfuck about how I feel like, oh no, this thing is bad, I don't want to go here. But then, you know.
A victory worth celebrating.
So that's kinda inconvenient.
Yay, Stitchy! We won!
But at least my cold is not as bad as it has been previously, because last year not only was I sick for like 4 months, but it was like I barely could bring myself to like do anything, and I felt kind of very low energy all the time. Or like my head was going to explode or something. I don't mean in the sense that I had a very painful headache, but that there was like this strange pressure in my head that made it hard to like think or focus on anything. Which kind of sucks, because then it's like not only do I feel too sick to go outside, but I also feel too sick to like focus on things that I could be doing at home, like drawing, for example. Something like that felt too much effort when I was feeling like that. I mean, that can feel like effortful in general if I'm not in the mood for it, but I mean like not just oh, I don't feel like drawing, but in the sense that I just doing anything at all felt very difficult, or like I had no strength for it. And that lasted for like 4 months, so that's a lot of time to barely be able to do anything.
Let's savor this as though it's real.
But this time I have an easier time dealing with I have an easier time dealing with the cold, because it's like it's mostly that I have a sore throat, which is kind of inconvenient, because yeah, it's not exactly fun, but it doesn't feel as debilitating as it has before. And that's kind of nice to not like feel all the time like I'm barely able to exist, because yeah. And also I watched a bit more of Dungeon Meshi before I started this, like the show that this collab is based on, and it's kind of nice. It's not like an addictive type of show that I want to watch or that I want to binge watch a lot of, but it's kind of neat to watch like an episode here and there, especially since they are pretty creative with how they approach all the dungeon stuff and such. Although part of me got kind of jealous or envious watching this, because some of those ideas I kind of wish that I had come up with, or not exactly those ideas, but just like seeing some of the stuff that they do that's kind of interesting makes me feel less imaginative in comparison. So I'm like, oh, I gotta step up my you know, try to come up with more interesting things and such. And though my own stories don't tend to focus on food like that, so it's less in the so I wouldn't like go for the exact ideas, but just sort of well, it was mostly the episode with the living armor that had me thinking that. Because I have a character in my story who's kind of like a living armor, and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting take on the living armor thing. No, I feel like this is more interesting than what I am doing, so that's why I felt a bit envious. But at the same time, it's different enough that it would make sense for me to do the same thing anyway. It's more like about being able to come up with interesting mechanics behind things, or how things function and such, that I wish I was a little bit better with. Because like well, with Dungeon Meshi, I would say that they already show the premise of the show pretty clearly through the Collab story. Like, of course, they simplify it a lot, but it does give you an idea of what it's about, you know? That they find these ingredients in a dungeon that they make out from monsters and such and turn it into different dishes, and, you know. And so there's like this element of creativity in how they use the different monster parts to create all these different dishes and such, and also just the different mechanics behind stuff. There was one episode that I thought was kind of fun where this guy wanted to eat food inside of a painting, so he, like, I guess with magic or something, got himself inside the painting, but then he was like seeing the story play out, the story in the painting play out. And there were like this, I think elf character who kept showing up in the different paintings that he tried to get food from. So I thought that was pretty neat. But haven't seen any more of that elf person in a while. The Dream Realm boss monsters. Well, I tend to do a lot better on my main, but on this account it's not, it's pretty bad. Like on my main I try to get in the top 10 usually, but here I tend to do pretty terribly. I can do one more. Try to get one more later. Let's see. Alright, I'm supposed to be catching some fish. But yeah, on my main I tend to try and stay in the top 10 in the Dream Realm rankings, so I do tend to do better during Endless mode, whereas pre-Endless I can tend to do a bit worse. And it doesn't help that I didn't want to build Balran because I thought he's boring, but I did end up building him on one of my accounts eventually. So that helped a bit with rankings on that account, since he's in a lot of Dream Realm bosses. And although now it seems like the new Celestial Alicet might take over, although some of the teams use both of them, so not that I find her much more interesting than Balran, but at least her gameplay mechanic is kinda neat. So I've been thinking about building her as well, but I'm waiting to see if we get a third Hypercelestial at the end of this season before I invest into another Celestial or Hypercelestial. Because of course I want to like make sure that I have the funds for when they release one that's really epic. So that I can get them straight to S+. Because for most of these Hypercelestials, it's kind of a waste if you can't take them all the way. Oh, the Dream Realm. Yeah, I'm trying to work on the twins. Yeah, the twins are pretty good. Hmm. Seems like I did all of the combinations that I currently can make. Yeah, Balrog is also a good one to get to Supreme if you have him. I mean Supreme Plus if you have him, because he gets most of his damage from the Supreme Plus, I think, so.
In silence.
So he's like one that is
I have prevailed.
if you want to build him, you want to take him all the way. Whereas like with twins, they're very good to build, but they can also be good at low copies, I think.
I have prevailed.
Yeah, like with, cause Belrun is like, I think he gets, you get the most, or like he gets most of his damage from his S+ ability or something, so he's more useful if you can get him all the way. Okay, I think I got all of the invites now. And that should be another copy of Marcel. Okay. Her focus unlocked. Marcel increases her haste by 10 during battle. This is pretty good. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Or like a decent plan. But yeah, I'm really curious if you're going to get another Hypercelestial by the end of the season, because I figured that we would get another one, but I know there are players who don't like getting 3 Hypercelestials every season because it's a lot to keep up with, so maybe they decided to have some mercy on the free to play or love spenders and stick to 2 this time. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at his tales. Colin is Marcel's friend and the reason she joined Leo's adventure party. Yeah, they showed us this in the last episode I just watched. Where they showed us them going to school together. Marcel refuses to eat demi-human monsters, though she once unknowingly ate fishman's eggs. Marcel made her staff ambrosia by hand. When her magic runs low, the leaf at the tip wilts. Marcel was once turned to stone in the dungeon. All her party members were trying to restore her. Someone used her as a picking stone. That's not very nice. Pickling stone. What is that? What is a pickling stone? Pickling stone is a glass fermentation rock designed for making traditional Japanese pickles or light fermentation such as sauerkraut. Just okay. Anyway. Anyway, I thought I figured I would do one of these to get some extra, just then I can get some extra diamonds and such for the banner. So let's see.
Now, let's see who... I'm ready!
Turrets locked and loaded.
That would probably be better if I had Zany maxed. Let's see, how much more do I need of her?
So annoying.
Oh, she's pretty close to Mythic Plus actually. Anyway, I'm going to BRB for a moment while I try to push a few towers here. So, be right back.
May the spirits guide your path. I have prevailed. I have prevailed. May the spirits guide your path. I have prevailed.
Stitchy will protect us.
I have prevailed.
But yeah, the nice thing about Dungeon Mesh is that they have it on Netflix, which is convenient because My mom has a Netflix account, so then I can use hers to watch it. So
I have prevailed.
that's nice how it's kind of accessible like that.
I have prevailed.
Anyway, I think I'll continue this later on. And oh, I almost got to the next letter. Well. Anyway, I was thinking of doing a few more invites here because I want to try and get more copies of Saini. Yeah.
I greet you with claws from the shadows.
What do you need of
Oh,
me?
Shadewing.
What do you need of me?
Hi.
Oh, there's a Saini.
Hi.
Who wishes to dance with me?
Hear that?
Oh, Reese.
Pow! That's the sound of my gun. Ha!
No thanks. How many more do I need of Isabella now?
I learned something new.
Oh, Max.
I feel the power.
Insane.
So annoying.
Yeah, how much I need of this guy? Oh, I already have him maxed. Okay.
Is pleasure.
In that case, gonna put Bonnie there, because she seems like a nice one to Paragon. Not that I care too much about Paragons on this account, but it won't hurt.
What do you need of
Time to hit the... I fight for freedom.
Yeah, Bonnie is pretty nice for that since she's useful in several modes, including PvP, which is also where Paragons is pretty important. What is Satrana? I'm going to go with her because it seems like she can be good. Oh, hang on.
Tinker, test,
Oh, nice.
and build.
I think that should be enough
Above the
to.
grave stands the tombstone. Above the tombstone stands me.
Oh, hello there, Igor.
May the glorious ripple. Oh, I want to leap and dance with joy.
So, this tweak did the trick.
Nice.
This tweak did the trick.
Now I can get her weapon upgraded.
The forest bears witness to growth.
And Kafra upgrade. Still waiting for him to become the next MVP of the season.
I feel the power.
Hey! Let's have more folks join the celebration. Let's have more folks join the celebration.
Nice. Let's see.
Big bullets, more in the mag, phenomenal firepower!
Eyes sharp. One strike is all you get.
Still not. Need
Don't
one more
worry.
copy of this guy. No, not one more. I need
Eyes
3
sharp.
more.
One strike is all you get. My muscles ache for battle. Want to dance with death? Then step forward. I'm ready.
Anyway.
Turrets locked and loaded.
Now, let's see who.
I'm ready.
Sir Lucius, at your service.
I'm ready for my grand entrance.
Don't worry. I'm here.
What kind of dream will we have?
By the title of the swordsman.
Turn back now. This is your final warning.
It's our turn to take the stage.
This is kind of funny, even though I didn't put her in the front, Tassie appointed herself the leader of the Waller group. Meanwhile, Hugin made himself the leader of the Lightbearer group. That reminds me that I did have a bit of a tiff in the story. I can just imagine them bickering right now. That they're like both trying to lead their teams through this dungeon. They're like, ah, this scarf again, this fur again. Oh my god, horrible. Upgrades. Big one. was just thinking about Talsi's design the other day. I mean earlier today. As I was thinking about giving my fairy character some antenna, and then I remembered about Talsi because she does have antenna. And I think that makes some sense for fairies to have them. But I was a bit indecisive earlier if I wanted to give them to my characters or not. Oh, maybe that wasn't a good idea. I can still grab these though, so that's fine. And there's another key anyway. Oh no, that's too strong for me. Oops. If I can sneak attack them. Oh god. Oh no. Wait. I think he can't hear the explosion behind him. Yeah, he may be deaf or something. Which is a bit inconvenient if you're supposed to be standing guard, but I guess they didn't have anyone better for that.
Victory is ours, my friend.
Still didn't get to the limit for like tomorrow though. All of my orders for today? Yeah, looks like it. There we go. Anyway, it's kind of strange to have the normal banner be empty, although we do have these two right now, so... But yeah, I think in about a week or so we get Gala, so I'm kind of hype about that, even though I haven't exactly been saving up for her, but still. I can get at least a copy of her. And then I can swap her if I need to. Ah. Your Majesty, it's my highest honor to be in your presence. And you, that smug little grin is an insult to your own title. Well, that title is long gone, just like my mother's crown. So, whenever I see a king, I feel compelled to say hello. And naturally, you're first on my list. Ah, first. Such a lovely, distant word. You must agree, yes? Care to drink to it? I pity your mother. You'd have made a better jester than a prince. Oh, I agree, but sadly, my great-mother valued my competence more than my sense of humor. Competence? You mean the preening and the cheap theatrics? Don't judge by appearances, your Majesty. Being old doesn't always mean living long. Of course, that doesn't necessarily apply to you. You've had 2 lives already. Speaking of which, when the dead return to the world, can we really call it living? What exactly are you getting at? Nothing. Only that I dread seeing my mother become like you. That would be a nightmare beyond nightmares. Sure it is, I'm a lot older than this pretty face suggests. By the numbers, we could almost be brothers. Brothers? You got a death wish. Maybe I do. Already picked my executioner. Poor fool doesn't even know it. Too loyal to play his part. That's almost a betrayal in itself, wouldn't you say? And from what I hear, your brother repaid your trust by turning on you. Looks like you walked the same road. Get out. Oh, don't be so touchy. We're both royals, and we've each had the pleasure of watching our kingdom fall, though only once so far. Now we find ourselves face to face, with more in common than either of us might like. It almost feels like destiny. And who knows? Keep trying, and maybe you'll outdo me. Tell you what, I'll concede. You lost 2 kingdoms, I have only lost once. Congratulations on your win, your Majesty. Enough, you son of a... Get out of my sight before I smash you and everything around you into pieces. That's fun. 18. Oh yeah, I guess it's a bit longer than 1 week then. But she'll be coming soon. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I hope we get Thorns' brother in the game eventually. Because at least in Arena is pretty hot. Anyway, I'm still saving up for Isabella's skin. Although so far she's kinda useless. But, well. They may just not have found her niche yet. Yeah, I could finish these.
Take a guess between the real and make-believe. Let's savor this as though it's real.
You'll get what's coming to you!
Yay, Stitchy! We won!
Let's savor this as though it's real.
Yay, Stitchy! We won!
He's an epic. I think I've done about what I want today on this account. Also, one thing I was wondering about is these recipes, because there's one that's like this dish is crafted from ingredients and a recipe yet to be uncovered. So does that mean that you have to like uncover the recipe somehow before you can even try to make it? Or it's just because you haven't found most of the ingredients you haven't? Guess I'll find out in one day or so. Yeah, I think that's about it for today, so I think that I will end this here, and then on I think Saturday I may do another one to continue the map and uncovering of all the recipes, because that's pretty fun, I think, at least. So yeah, good night and goodbye.